Well, this sounds like a dream that northern groups are now after herdsmen. Like, I cannot believe this. Is this a joke or what? Well, we'll find out in this report, because right here it's saying that about um communities in coalition of 400 northern groups threaten herdsmen that they are coming after them to reclaim their land. What exactly is going on here? Is it that the herdsmen time is over or what? Remember that they are the ones who have been supporting these herdsmen. When the Southerners came together, that there shouldn't be any open grazing and all of that. You can remember what the northern group said to them, that the land does not belong to them, that it is for everybody. A lot of controversial talks here and there. But at the end of the day, the line is still very opened, because the presidency has not allowed the southern governors to totally ban open grazing. But of course, remember that the Benue State Governor Samuel Otom is not even listening to any of such, because the presidency said, well, guys, go and handle your state. So whatever decision you decide to take, I believe they should stand by it. I don't know what they're scared about, that they are not really taking the stand against herdsmen. But now that northern groups are really involved, and they are saying about 400 northern groups, not 400 people, 400 northern groups are out for herdsmen. What is their offense? What have they done to them this time around? I thought only the Southerners are suffering from this. Well, let us find out more in this report. Yes, my dear people, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. All right, friends, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report. It says that the coalition on Thursday vowed to put an end to wanton killings and all forms of criminalities in the north. A coalition of northern groups under the auspices of Conference of Orthodox Ethnic Nationalities Communities Development Association has vowed to repel further attacks and killings in their region by murderous herdsmen. The organization has a coalition of 400 indigenous groups spread across 15 northern states. The coalition on Thursday vowed to put an end to wanton killings and all forms of criminalities in the north. The statement was made at a press conference in Jos on Thursday by the Secretary General of the group, Suleiman Sukukum. Sukukum noted that the region had suffered the worst forms of criminality in the hands of herdsmen, including kidnapping for ransom, trade in human flesh and parts, human trafficking and sex slavery, banditry and cattle rustling, with the government doing little or nothing to put an end to it. He said millions are displaced, with over 1.5 million in Benue State alone. Thousands of women are raped, with over 700 women in Kebbi State alone. Thousands of houses have been destroyed, with over 2,500 homes in Irigwe land along between 2nd and 12th of August. Our girls are being trafficked because they are internally displaced. Our ability to farm, attend to school, and carry out our legitimate businesses is being denied by these terrorist activities. Our experience indicates a weakness in the level of engagement and sincerity of public officials in dealing with these issues, the role of corruption, and the failure of our security system to use information or intel in responding on time and adequate to various early warning signs. We have also observed with certainty that some public figures, while embarrassed by the security and humanitarian situation, prefer to whitewash or deny the extent and impact of the crisis rather than act decisively in addressing the relevant issues. As stakeholders in the Nigerian society and leaders of the over 400 indigenous communities of central and northern Nigeria, we are key stakeholders in the Nigerian project and must play our part in addressing these national issues. The CONAECDA conference had decided to immediately commence a project to secure, reconstruct, and protect such communities We therefore use this occasion to notify all trespassers and occupiers of our communities that we are coming after them and shall recover through every legitimate means our communities and lands. This is going to be tough. Well, I hope this is not political as well, because of course we know all of this happening. There are some sponsors behind, whether Herdsmen or even Boko Haram. So at this point in time, it should not in any way be allowed to continue in this, because Boko Haram herdsmen have always have upper hand in Nigeria, because we've not heard cases that they've been thrown into court, or the leader of the herdsmen, this is the situation of things. We've not heard any of such. But now that this northern group is coming together to fight for their rights, and they are very right, because they said something very important. Most of the displaced girls are now being trafficked, and who would know? Nobody would know, because most of them have been displaced from their families. Even their families, some of them, their families do not know where they are. Some of them, they've forgotten about them. They just know perhaps we might see one day. And, some of these girls are being trafficked out of the country. Some are being trafficked within the country, being raped on a daily basis. Some, you will not be shocked that some are even in baby factories. All sort of manner of things are happening to these girls, and our government sits back watching things happen. A lot of things are going on the ground that this government is not even aware of, and they are not even concerned about any of such things. And things like this would only bring bad to the country, because by the time some of those people have access to maybe speak about things, it gets really messy, that a country like this things like this could really be happening. So I hope that the group really meant what they said, as they said they will go into communities to claim back all that herdsmen and Boko Haram have actually taken from them. And a lot of displaced children, mothers and all sorts have actually been happening a lot since. But we just hope that this time around that they will be able to handle the situation. Good that it is coming from the north, because if it's coming from the southern part, they would say, oh, it is the south against the north, that is why it is like this. No, thank God it is from the northern part. They can see things for themselves, and they know that there are some government officials that are in the midst of all of this, not wanting these things to be made open. So it is now left for them to be able to handle this very situation, and I hope they are able to handle it, and I hope the government will support them at the end of the day. Well, my dear people, that is it. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Whatever you have to say about this, please drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for always being here. We really appreciate you. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.